Hey everybody, so I did that review on the Art Pro VLA2 a few weeks ago, and you guys really liked it. And one of the comments that I got was this.
Wow, great series. There is just not enough information on the web about the more affordable hardware effects, besides opinions of some guy from which I have never heard a mix of to back it up. I would love to see more of this, compressors, limiters, equalizers from the sub 1K price range, or even more affordable. So fuck you, Glenn!
Well, dude, you know what? I think that is a great idea. So let's take a look at probably the greatest compressor for under $200 ever made. The FMR Really Nice Compressor. Okay, so the FMR is a digitally controlled analog compressor. It can handle mono or stereo signals and has all the standard compressor controls: threshold, ratio, attack, release, and gain. And it can clamp down hard on a signal or engage super nice mode, which uses 3 internal compressors for a cascading effect to create near invisible compression. My only gripe with it is that it doesn't have dual mono controls, so you have to use it on mono sources such as kick, bass, or snare, or stereo sources like a drum room or a mix bus. But considering it will only set you back $175, I think we can let that slide. All right, let's see what this thing can do. I'm gonna pull up a track from Brendan Small's Galacticon. You guys remember Deathclock, right? Same guy. And let's run the RNC on some typical sources. Here we go. Okay, so we moved over to desktop mode here, and I'm going to show you guys a few tracks that I've run through the RNC. I've only got one of these, so I've only got it going live through the mix bus right now, and the rest of the tracks I kind of ran through and printed to new files last night. The great thing about this is it's so cheap you can afford more than one. Anyway, so if we check out a snare drum here, what we've got here is the original track, and we're just going to take a real quick listen to this. And if we switch over the RNC mode, just brings a lot more sustain and thwack out of the drum. If you want to check that out in the mix, check this. By the way, this is Gene Hoglan on drums, and it's just, yeah, the guy's just wicked. Take a listen. Yeah, okay, so I did the exact same thing on the room mics as well. So what we started out here with is, just the untreated room mic. And if we move this over to the track with the RNC, take a listen to this. That's the great thing about the RNC. It's stereo, so it can do those tracks. It doesn't work as dual monos, though, so that's the only drag, but pretty damn cool, I gotta say. Bear in mind, this is a mix in progress. This is far from being finished. There's still a lot of work to be done. There's a lot of tracks going on. And, of course, yeah, I did the same thing to the bass guitar. Just did it quite gently. The bass player on this song is absolutely wicked and didn't need a whole lot of work. You can hear the compressor adding a tiny bit of grime there. Not huge in terms of character, but it's still pretty cool to have. Okay, so let's move on to vocals. As you can see, I've run it through. Not making a huge difference here, just taking a couple dBs down here and there and bringing things up. Just smoothing things out a little bit. Check it out.
40,000 light years, the galaxy is burned from my sight. Pushing through the system like Mercury on liquid and flight. I'm devoid of navigation to take my path through starlight.
Just want to bring out the lower spots a little bit. It gets a little choppy in there as well, so we want to make sure we're going to hear that enunciation. Again, a compressor, analog compressor can help a lot. I would have loved to have tracked with this thing on the way in and just see what we could have got there as well. So I think my absolute favorite use for this thing is on the mix bus in real time. I've got it punched in right now thanks to the RIA insert plugin. If you check this out, we've got it in super nice mode. And you can just about throw anything at it and smooths out really nice. No pumping artifacts or anything. It just clamps down and smooths your mix out and saves you a whole lot of grief. Check this out. That is just super cool. I'm totally impressed by that. For $179, I really don't think you can go wrong for this. Anyway, back to the other screen. Now, I wouldn't go as far to call the RNC a character compressor. It's clean and it does that job very well. It can be fairly aggressive with the room mics, but the real surprise for me was on the mix bus in super nice mode. It keeps everything under control without drawing attention to itself, which is great because it's the one place you don't want any pumping of it evident. Now, for those of you who are wondering why they should get this instead of a plugin, well, it's a slightly different flavor than a plugin, and you can use it while tracking a vocal or a snare drum, and it will get you to your goal just a little bit faster than software. That's my opinion anyway. Printing on the way in is a method that I've really gotten into over the last few months, and if you're curious, check out my video on the method in hardware versus software compression. Meanwhile, the FMR will only set you back $175. So if you're looking to get your first outboard compressor and see what it's all about, it's a great way to start. Bear in mind, you'll need a sound card with more than 2 outputs if you want to use it as an effect while you're mixing. And you'll need at least 1 external preamp if you want to track with it. And if you guys like what you're hearing and you would like to get your hands on the tracks, there is a massive sale going on for the 4th of July on Pro Mix Academy with huge discounts on the Everything bundle where you get all of the lessons including Galacticon, Motorhead, Aquabats, and even a pair of my lessons. There's a total of 36 courses and over 100 hours of video lessons. The Grammy bundle and the Ultimate Rock Mixing bundle are also up for grabs as well. Get yours today before the sale is over because these don't come up very often. And to all of my American friends, have a wonderful 4th of July. Take it easy.